Hey guys, welcome to our County Line Crafts April box reveal and tutorial here. We're gonna go ahead and get started real quick. So inside our box, we'll have our directions. You've got 2 sheets of directions for this month. We have 5 paint colors. We've got white, brown, purple, black, green, our super glue, some string, paint wedges, wipes, and then all of the wooden pieces for our sign. So we're gonna take everything out of our box. You can use your box if you want, open it up and lay it flat and use that as your painting surface, but I'm using some paper down on my table today. Let's see, let's move everything to the side. All right, I'm gonna look at our directions. First thing that we need to do is dip a moist wipe into the white paint color and wipe on the base of the wooden sign. Repeat until it's covered well. And you can run the wipe on the edges of the sign too if you would like them to be white. So, take one of our wipes, our white paint. And I'm just gonna kind of fold it over a little bit, just like this. Okay, and you just wipe it on. You can make it as thick or thin as you want. I'm gonna put mine on pretty thick this time to get a good white color. I don't want a lot of the wood to show through. And to get the white thicker and less transparent, you just keep going over it with a little bit more paint. And if you've got a spot that seems heavier than another, just kind of rub it and it will even it out. And it's kind of like coloring. You want to make sure that all of your strokes are going in the same direction. Almost done. a little bit more. All right, that looks pretty good. Oh, there's one light spot. There we go, that looks pretty even. All right, we're gonna set that to the side. And then step 2 says to grab the other wet wipe and dip it into the brown paint. And you're gonna wipe it on the 2 small wooden strips. So these are your 2 small wooden strips. And we're going to apply the brown paint. I'm gonna wipe off some of the paint I got on my fingers. And if you go lighter with your paint, you're gonna get more of a stained wood look. If you go darker, it'll look more painted. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 layers on mine to darken it up just a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that. All right, those are done. We're gonna set them to the side to dry. I'm gonna use the rest of my wipe to wipe off any paint that I got. All right, now we're going to step 3. You're gonna grab a white wedge and dip the flat side of it into your black paint. And you're gonna dab off the extra on your paper plate. When we're painting with our sponges, less is more. And you're gonna paint your Hello Spring letters. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my letters out before I start painting. So I make sure I paint the correct side and not the back. And I grab my black paint. I'm gonna dip it in. And then use your paper plate to dab off the extra so it's not super thick. And then you just dab up and down. And this is just a good, easy way to get good coverage on your letters without painting all over the sides of them. And we're gonna do the same thing with spring. All right, that looks good and even. Let's see, next we need to grab another white wedge, and you're gonna dip the flat side of it into your purple paint. And you're gonna paint the top of your flowers with it. And we've got 3 flowers that we're going to paint. And since the purple is a pretty pastel color, you might need to do several layers to get it as dark and vibrant as you want it. Because you can see with one layer here, you can see the purple, but it's still pretty transparent. So I'm probably gonna go over these 1 or 2 more times. I'm gonna do it 1 more time. All right, next you're gonna grab your last white wedge and your green paint, and you're gonna use the green paint to do the same thing with the stem and leaves of your flowers. So you're gonna dip it in the paint, dab off the extra on your plate, and then dab up and down on your flowers, stem and leaves. And you want to be careful when you get to the part where it meets the purple paint, because you don't want to accidentally get that on your green sponge. And I'm going to get a good layer on the bottom half of mine and then go back and do the top just in case I get onto that purple paint a little bit. There we go. And I want my flowers to be a little bit more brighter. So I'm gonna add 1 more layer of purple to them. That's much better. Gets good color. To our directions. It's time to start gluing. We want to make sure that our board is dry. It feels dry. All right, so you need your super glue. And to open your super glue, you're going to put the cap on and twist it. And I recommend doing this not over your surface. I'm going to do mine over my paint tray, because the first time I did this, a little bit squirted out and it got all over my project and my fingers. So I'm much more careful with my glue now. And there we go. And it's still squirted out. All right, you're gonna take the bottom of your sign. Let me move these letters out of the way. All right, you're gonna take the bottom of the sign. The top has the circles. So you're gonna take the bottom of it and take one of your boards. Oh, I got super glue on mine. There we go. And you're going to glue it on the bottom. And if you'll notice, the brown board is slightly longer than the white. It's gonna overhang just a little bit on the ends. So we're just gonna center it. Line it up with the bottom and press it on. All right, and before we do the top, we're gonna take our string and put it through our holes. So we're just gonna put it through that and then tie it on the end. I recommend double knotting it. All right. And then you're going to pull it up like this. And we are going to glue the top board on. So you want to make sure that your string is pulled up good before you put your glue on. And you're going to want to press that down for a good 20 seconds until the glue is set good. All right, so now we've got our base for the sign. And we are ready to start putting our Hello Spring and flowers on it. I always recommend before you start gluing anything down to place it all out how you would like it, so you can make sure it all fits well. So I'm going to line my flowers up with the very bottom of the board here. Put like that. The word hello is going to be the hardest to glue on, just because it's several little letters and you want to get them kind of straight and evenly spaced and centered. Nope. All right, that looks pretty centered. So I'm gonna pick up one letter at a time And just put a little bit of glue on the back. And press it down. When I opened up my glue, I really squirted a lot of extra glue out onto my surface. So I'm gonna go grab another bottle of glue really quick. All right. There we go. All right, that's the hardest part. Now we'll glue our spring. And our last one. All right. And there you go. This is our April County Line Crafts box kit. You've got a nice sign that you could hang. You could also leave the string off if you wanted to, and you could set this on an easel, on a shelf. I'm thinking about hanging mine on my front door. I don't recommend hanging your signs outside if they're in any kind of place that could get wet, but mine is protected pretty well underneath our front porch, so it would even look cute hanging on your front door. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in buying this, you can purchase it at our County Line Craft website at countylinecraft.com. You can also send me a message if you're interested. Thanks guys, bye.